Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're live. Oh, sorry, guys. I'd like to call the meeting of the City Council to order. We have had the pledge, so Nina, would you please do the roll call?
Councilman Alvarez.
Here.
Councilman Podgorski.
Here.
Councilperson Geishurst.
Here.
Councilman Clem.
Here.
Councilman Williams. Councilman Gully.
Here.
Councilman Zilli.
Here.
We will, we have the approval of the May, let's do the minutes separately, the May 5th minutes. Did everybody get a chance to look at those?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, Nina, please call the roll.
Councilperson Alvarez.
Yes.
Councilperson Podgorski.
Yes.
Councilperson Geishurst.
Yes.
Councilperson Clem.
Yes.
Councilperson Gully.
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli.
Yes.
We have the meeting minutes from May 7th. We need a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second. There you go.
We have a motion. We have a
Okay.
motion and a second. Is there any discussion? If not, Nina, please call the roll.
Councilperson Alvarez.
Yes.
Councilperson Podgorski.
Yes.
Councilperson Geishurst.
Yes.
Councilperson Clem.
Yes.
Councilperson Gully.
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli.
Yes.
Communications, correspondence, announcements from the mayor. I only have one announcement, and that is that I'm hoping that this will be our last online virtual meeting. We are moving towards getting some new equipment. We've had terrible connectivity issues, and we are hoping that beginning toward the end of this week, we will begin resolving those. I apologize for any inconvenience to people when our computers froze up and we'll be able to go forward with the meeting. So hopefully our next meetings will be live and the public will be able to join us at Woodland Park, barring any comments from the governor or extensions. So just to let everybody know, and I also would like to thank our police department for the wonderful job that they did in the recent, what I call demonstration. It went off very smoothly. I was very proud of our police department. Our council people were there, teachers, the faith community. It was a wonderful thing, and I'm so proud of our police department and how well they organized that, and also to our fire department for backing them up. So that's really all I have. Clerk Treasurer, do you have a report?
I just wanted to give you guys an update on our spring settlement. We got that deposit in today, and our collection rate was really well. I'm only showing a shortfall of $72,635.22. And that's not exactly accurate because our debt service fund, we've paid off a bond. So we did well, better than expected. It's
Good news.
surprising.
Good.
I wonder,
And-
do we know if other cities or towns, did you hear anything else, any chatter that they were pleasantly surprised with their draws, or were we unique?
A lot, I think a lot did well. Burns Harbor took a hit.
Yeah, according to Vicky, it seems like everyone did better than expected, except for Burns Harbor, as Nina indicated, because of the ArcelorMittal delayed payment, and that's a big chunk of their budget.
And then I think most of you know, but in case not, we're eligible for up to 1.194 million in reimbursements from the CARES Act from the state. So I've been working on pulling old invoices through this whole pandemic. The department head's been great trying to pull that and keeping their own spreadsheets also. So I'm getting ready to submit our first round of reimbursement so we can see how long it takes to turn it around.
Nina, would you
Nina-
kind of explain that? Because I think people need to know that we're not getting a check for almost 1.2 million. That's a pot of money that we can claim COVID expenses, but we may
Correct.
not have that much.
Correct. There's a form, a standard form that this was created by the state. And then we have to submit that application along with provide, documentation on what was purchased. They're pretty specific on what can and can't be submitted for reimbursement. Since we haven't submitted one yet, I don't know what the turnaround time is. I don't know. I doubt there's any leniency. I'm sure there's, someone who is set up just to review those applications. I did submit the certification from Sue. They responded within 24 hours that they had accepted it and they received and accepted it. So that makes us eligible to submit the applications.
Nina, do we know how much the first round that you're asking for approximately?
No, not yet, because I just got some more that got dropped off today from the marina. So I'm going to
Okay.
add that to it.
Okay.
And I
And
assume-
Nina, I think we have till December 20th to file claims against that 1.2 million.
It's from March 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020.
And Nina, I just assume that you're doing this, but you're tracking like by department, so we replenish the correct funds.
Yep.
And just so everybody knows, there is anybody who watching, you cannot use employee expenses to get reimbursed from the CARES Act. The only time you can do that is if you hired an employee to do nothing but COVID-19 related expenses, and we do not have that. So no employee reimbursements are allowed under that money. So we can't claim any expenses for employees. Nina, was there anything else you wanted to elaborate on that?
Nope, that was it. And then the only other thing I have is resolution 20-11 for miscellaneous transfers that was requested by the fire department. I had put the letter from Chief Sosby in Dropbox. Sorry, I didn't do that sooner, or my resolution. It's basically just moving some money around into capital for them.
I can go ahead and read that.
Cool, thank you.
Resolution 20-12, a resolution transferring funds within the budget of the fire department, general fund, and cable TV fund. Whereas it is now necessary to transfer appropriation balances within the 2020 budget of the fire department, general fund. Now be it resolved that the common council of the city of Portage approves the following appropriation transfers within the 2020 budget for the fire department budget, general fund, from 101-80-127 fire department clothing allowance, $2,000. To 101-80-441 fire department equipment, $2,000. From 101-80-222 fire department gas, $3,000. To 101-80-441 fire department equipment, $3,000. From 10-10-80-322 fire department travel, $3,000. To 101-80-441 fire department equipment. Let the record reflect this has been read in full. Motion to adopt.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt. Is there any further comments? If not, Nina, please call the roll.
Councilperson Alvarez,
Yes.
Councilperson Podgorski,
Yes.
Councilperson Geis-Hurst,
Yes.
Councilperson Clem,
Yes.
Councilperson Gully,
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli.
Yes.
We have no unfinished business. Under new business, we have the Marina Shores abatement. Colin, would you?
Yeah. Brian, can you go ahead and read that for us? Actually, I don't see them in drop.
Would you like me to read it, Colin?
Yeah, there should be 4, right, Dan?
There's
3.
there's 3.
3.
Okay.
Their email.
Would you like for me to read it through?
Yeah, because I don't see them in Dropbox at the moment.
No,
Unless I'm-
Dan
Yeah,
emailed them
I-
separate.
Yeah.
I can upload
Yeah,
them.
email them separate. So let me just give you the 100-mile view real quick, and then I'll read through one of them. The 3 are identical with the exception of their different lots and their different owners. So as you may recall from the last meeting, we were down to these 3 lots. They were a little bit different than the other ones we addressed, because on this one, although the city council took up the issue of the statement of benefits for lot 75, inadvertently, the resolution approving that was never signed by the city council. So in meeting with the clerk treasurer, obviously, and the numerous meetings with the auditor, this seems to be the best approach to get these 3 lots back on track. So I'll start with 75A, waiver of noncompliance and resolution reconfirming tax abatement for Marina Shores Lot 75A. Whereas the Portage Common Council wishes to encourage and foster economic development within the city of Portage. And whereas the Portage Common Council adopted Ordinance 16-13, evidencing its desire to allow tax abatement benefits to a community of properties located within the previously designated economic development target area. And whereas Marina Shores at Dune Harbor LLC submitted its statement of benefits for Marina Shores Lot 75, which said statement of benefits dated January 4, 2017, was approved by the Portage Common Council, but the resolution was inadvertently not signed. And whereas the Portage Common Council wishes to reconfirm the approval of the statement of benefits by way of this resolution as follows. Real estate improvements listed in the statement of benefits are approved for the tax abatement for a period of 5 years. And whereas the property now known commonly as 6107 Dune Harbor Drive, Portage, Indiana, 46368 is now owned by Patel Akasaw. And whereas pursuant to Indiana Code, the property owner was required to file their Form 322 RE and Form CF1 to the Porter County Auditor before May 10th in the year in which the addition to assessed valuation, a new assessment is made, or not later than 30 days from the assessment notice is mailed to the property owner if it was mailed after April 10th. And whereas the property owner failed to file said forms with the auditor by the deadline set forth by Indiana Code, and whereas the property owner is seeking a waiver of non-compliance under IC 6.1-1.1-12.1-9.5 to allow them to receive the tax abatement for year 2019 pay 20,
Nope.
No.
Thank you, Dan.
So
for
I would
reading
suggest, no problem. And on 75, the next one's 75B. That's the lot, 75B. The only difference is it's known commonly as 6109 Dune Harbor Drive, Portage, Indiana. It's owned by Peter and Tomek Lejibica. I knew I was going to massacre somebody's name. And then the third one is 75C, known commonly as 6111 Dune Harbor Drive, Portage, Indiana, now owned by Brian Peterson. Other than those differences, all 3 read exactly the same.
Okay. Thank you
I'll
for
make a
putting.
motion to adopt.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt. Is there any further discussion?
No.
If not, Nina, please call the roll.
Councilperson Alvarez,
Yes.
Councilperson Jaworski,
Yes.
Councilperson Geishurst,
Yes.
Councilperson Clem,
Yes.
Councilperson Gully,
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli.
Yes.
At this
Awesome.
time, we have no other matters to come before the council. Do any members of the council wish to have anything they would like to bring up at this time?
I would.
Yes.
Go ahead, Councilman. Yeah.
Go ahead, Fernand. You can go first.
Thank you. So I met with a small group of constituents most recently along Sunset that live along the ditch. And they're having some really serious trouble with erosion in their backyards. One gentleman actually has had repair work done by the city to his backyard. This was in the previous administration. And the 2 other gentlemen are suffering erosion, as the day goes on, or as the days go on, I should say, I'm sorry. And so I was wondering who to submit. I did draft a letter, and I do have pictures that I took of the creek and of the yards itself. It was brought to my attention that this could possibly be a Porter County issue as well. So if we have any Porter County officials on this call, I was just wondering.
Whoa, hey.
I was just wondering basically what department to forward it to, and just so that the right set of eyes see it, and that it gets brought to the right person's attention. So this is a very serious issue, and the residents are, extremely upset. I mean, I would be too, absolutely. So
Ferdinand, is this along Willow Creek?
Well, technically Willow Creek, but it was brought to my attention that it's actually Crisman Ditch. So it's like a tributary of, there was a storm drain that was recently installed within the past 5 years. And since that was installed, the erosion has been terrible. They were told that pilings, if we did pilings like we do at the lakefront, that would work, big concrete blocks. But the salmon flow up the creek and they lay their eggs, and so therefore they can't, they can't do anything with that. That's a DNR issue. And so with all these different, bureaucratic bodies involved, I was just wondering whose attention to bring it to, And, the sooner the better. And I just wanted to do it at the meeting so that formally it's brought to the right people's attention. So.
Well,
Ferdinand, if you want the easy,
Uh-oh.
you could probably send it to me. And if it's,
Okay.
and I could get it to the right folks within the city, but also I could get it to the right folks at the county.
Appreciate that. Well,
I remember correctly from last year, I think the Stormwater Board was looking at this issue all along Willow Creek, all the way down to 6. But I remember the Stormwater Board was looking at this in the past.
yeah, we already started a project. There's a 5-year project already in the plans,
Right.
but I'm fighting one right now for some residents. They've been waiting for 2 years, and it's a lot of detail of permits with DNR from the state.
Mhm.
There's a lot of agencies got to get involved. John Cannon and Dave Littleton, with the head spearheaded the one that I'm working with. So a lot of it is mostly the city that I've dealt with to get it taken care of. I was told by the engineer from the county that they have nothing to do with the creeks in the city limits.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
Dan can help out.
Ferdinand, I would suggest that you come to the Stormwater Board or ask the people to come to our next Stormwater Board meeting. We just had one Thursday, so we won't have one again till next month, but have them come to the Stormwater Board.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to address, as probably most of you, I've had conversations, probably most of you at different times about the flooding issues on South Willow Creek. I had a meeting with about 20 residents on Friday night. They were very upset. They were hoping to come to the council meeting. And so since they weren't able to participate in the meeting tonight, I decided I would take up their issue, because if they're upset, I'm upset, and we need to find a solution to this problem. We're looking into the 2016 bond initiative that was supposed to pay to fix this issue, and that as it sits, talking with the mayor, there's not enough money left in that bond initiative to address that issue. And so we're looking to find where that money went, how it was spent, because looking at the list of things that were supposed to be done with that bond, there was about 7 things, and only 3 of them I can confirm have been done in any part. But that still doesn't address their issue. And so this is something I'm going to keep bringing up until we find a solution for it, and we find funding to be able to complete the project that's already done. It's already been planned out, and we just need to find the funding to be able to acquire the land to fix that flooding issue on Willow Creek South.
Brian, again, I hope, I know that they had planned to come to Stormwater, and we ended up having a virtual meeting. We are not going to have our next Stormwater Board be virtual. I mean, I have a problem with people having to not be able to come to our board meetings or our council meetings. I believe if we space ourselves out and have our meeting in the correct location, we will be able to space ourselves out. We'll have to look at a limit of number of people depending on what the governor's order is. But hopefully next month we will be able to have live meetings with our public so they can come and speak to us. So that is my hope. So would you inform those residents that not only can they come to the council meeting, they can come to the Stormwater Board meeting too.
Yeah, I advise them of that, and hopefully they'll take me up. And I got contact information for everybody. I'm going to be keeping them up to date on what I'm finding out, but we have to find a solution to that problem.
We do. Thank you for working with them, Brian. I know that they're very concerned. Are there any other matters that the council would like to bring up?
Yeah, just I see that Assistant Fire Chief Jan Kodacek is on. Is he available to speak about the dedication this past week for the baby box? Nina, can you tell or no?
He was on, yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Dan.
Speak a little louder, Dan.
There's Dan.
Sorry. Yes, we dedicated the baby box at Station 2, 6275 Old Porter Road.
Dan, we can't hear you.
24 hours a day. There's
You just got to speak a little louder, Dan.
Can you hear me? All right.
Very brief.
It's at 6275 Old Porter. Can you hear me?
No,
I lost him.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me okay or no?
I can
can.
hear you, Dan.
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
All right. If you can hear me, yes, it's 275 Old Porter Road, our station number 2 on the north side. It's an alarmed box. Once you put a baby in it, it will set off an alarm. It'll activate the 911 system, so you don't have to have a fireman at the station if we're on a call. It allows a young mom to drop off a baby in a safe way. It's basically putting them into an isolate with a heater. Notifies us immediately. We can take care of the baby, get it to the proper local hospital, and be evaluated. We're the 26th one installed completely by the Safe Haven Baby Box people. Since they went in service in 2016, 7 babies have successfully been routed this way into the healthcare system and safely recovered. It's to avoid baby abandonment by a mom or unsure what to do. There's also an 800 number on the box if a mom or dad needs assistance and doesn't know what to do or wants to try and give up their baby or needs more resources, that option is there for them.
I appreciate all your hard work that you put on this, Dan. I'm sure that wasn't an easy task.
Amazing.
It was great. I appreciate Councilman Podorski for planting the seed. Once she kind of gave me the idea again, we revisited it to look at the options, and we got lucky, and a donor donated anonymously $15,000, which covered the install, the box, and enough for alarm service and maintenance for about 5 years.
Wow.
Also,
Wow.
thanks to 1-800 Board Up for doing the complete install, cutting the wall, and putting the box in. And also thank you for Martin Security out of Valparaiso. They set up the alarm system completely at cost.
Wow. Nice.
Any other questions?
Great job, Dan.
thank you
guys.
so much, Dan. It was a very touching blessing of that baby box. And well, I would hate to see a baby have to be placed in there and a mother lose her child. It is something that not all of us understand, and we do have that there for a mother that cannot care for a baby. So thank you so much. And Deb, thank you too, because you kind of stood in the background, but you were very instrumental in making sure that that happened. So thank you, Councilperson Hagorski.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to bring anything up before the council at this time?
Hi, everyone. I'm a Portage resident. I'm having trouble with my webcam, but I'm hoping you can hear me.
Okay. Yes, I can.
And I have to be honest, I'm not sure how the rules work here. I'm not sure if this is a forum where a resident can voice a concern.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, terrific. So my name is Andrew Adair. I have a few calls into Mayor Lynch, but I know she's busy, so I thought this might be the best way. And to Police Chief Mike Candiano as well. But my question is what, if any, discussion there's been surrounding affecting change in the Portage Police Department in light of the recent events?
Well, just to let you know, Andrew, we did have a meeting with the organizers of the recent event, and we have met with the Latino community and the African American community last Friday. They met with our chief of police. He spent a couple of hours with them, I think, explaining how our department functions. At this time, I don't have us making any major changes in there. I do know that there's issues about training and getting more training for our police officers. That was one of the issues that came up. So in specific, what were you referring to?
Well, it was more a broad question, but specifically I'm curious about use of force policies, of which there are 8 that are proven to reduce police violence by 72%, and they can be found easily on a website called 8can'twait.org. That's the number 8can'twait.org. And I've been doing quite a bit of research, but it's hard to get a hold of what use of force policies are even in effect. There's not a ton of transparency, so that's another question I would want to tack on, is if there's any thought to giving a little bit more transparency to the police department's policies in general when it comes to the use of force, to dealing with people with mental illness, etc. When we talk about the training, I'm not sure where the training stands now and what a change would even look like, I guess is what I'm saying.
Andrew, I know this won't address your specific question on training, but Chief Candiano did put up a post yesterday afternoon on the police department's Facebook page about the meeting, and just one simple stat that he was going to start posting was our monthly calls for service. That came out of the meeting that the mayor and the police chief had with the community.
Okay.
So I know that post did go up yesterday as a result of the meeting and will go up monthly. That doesn't really address your issue on training, but there is one piece that has taken place in the past week.
Yeah. Okay.
And Andrew, I did put that on the city government page as well, and we will try to post things. With any luck at all, we will have our council meeting next month live at Woodland Park, and you are certainly welcome to attend that meeting. The chief always gives a report and accepts questions at that time. I think we're very transparent as an administration. We don't have any problem answering questions. I know the chief did talk to the residents that we met with, and I think they were very satisfied with his responses. He clearly said we need more training, and we are going to get more training, but they do have training that they've gone to as well. But I wouldn't sit here and specifically tell you exactly what it is. I would like you to ask him.
Sure.
So, you know, feel free to come to the next council meeting. I did get your message today. Unfortunately, I was in a couple other meetings and didn't get to you, but your number is on my desk to call you. So
I appreciate that. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
So are there any other questions? If there are none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Nina, would you please call the roll?
Councilperson Alvarez,
Yes.
Councilperson Podgorski,
Yes.
Councilperson Geishhurst,
Yes.
Councilperson Clem,
Yes.
Councilperson Gully,
Yes.
Councilperson Zilli.
Yes.
And again, thank you everyone for your patience and your understanding as we work through this. If we would go back into a surge, I feel very comfortable that we're going to be moving into a new system, and we'll be able to work with that a lot easier. Our system is in bad shape in City Hall, and it's caused us a lot of problems. I think maybe people in the past didn't realize it was as bad as it is because they didn't have to do Zoom meetings like we have. So this is kind of a new revelation for everybody. I'm not beating up on anyone else. I'm just saying that it's something that we need to fix, and we are fixing it. So hopefully we will have a live meeting and be able to go forward with that. But in the event we can't, we will be in better shape technologically once we get this new system. So thank you all, and have a great
That's good.
day.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, guys.